Navigating bonds. Single entry bond for temporary imports versus permanent entry. Welcome to our channel. Today, we're addressing whether the single entry bond can be utilized for temporary imports or if it's exclusively for goods intended for permanent entry into the country, providing crucial insights for importers and customs brokers. Understanding the applicability of the single entry bond in temporary import scenarios is paramount for importers and customs brokers navigating customs procedures effectively. Importers and customs brokers dealing with temporary imports must grasp the eligibility criteria, considerations, and implications of using the single entry bond for such transactions compared to goods intended for permanent entry. Let's delve into practical guidance and compliance tips to navigate the utilization of the single entry bond for temporary imports versus goods intended for permanent entry. The single entry bond can be utilized for temporary imports, provided that the nature of the goods and the duration of their stay in the country align with customs regulations and requirements. Temporary imports typically involve goods intended for specific purposes, such as exhibitions, repairs, or testing, with a predetermined time frame for re-exportation or disposal. When utilizing the single entry bond for temporary imports, importers must adhere to regulatory guidelines, including obtaining necessary permits and documentation to ensure compliance throughout the temporary importation period. Importers should consult with experienced customs brokers specializing in temporary imports to navigate the process effectively and minimize risks associated with non-compliance. Conversely, for goods intended for permanent entry into the country, the single entry bond serves as a financial guarantee to ensure compliance with customs regulations for ongoing import operations. Importers must carefully assess the nature of their imports and consult with customs brokers to determine the appropriate utilization of the single entry bond based on the intended duration and purpose of the importation. Understanding the eligibility criteria and considerations for utilizing the single entry bond in temporary import scenarios is essential for importers and customs brokers to ensure compliance and efficiency in import operations. If you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Until next time, happy shipping and successful compliance endeavors.